very well. So yes, my name is George J. Papastrat, so I'm running for the U.S. House District 3 seat. I stand here in front of you with my amazing jacket, as I said this weekend, because I do in fact live the American dream. I've kind of refined what I thought about that even more, because after going to have several GOP conventions and meet and greets to the district convention, I say that I live the American dream, one, because I got to be able to do that. I was going to say, the funny part is because I've also made friends, like Brian Friend, who's also, we're running for the same office, but we develop a friendship and understanding and learn from each other as we go around and campaign. Because like every other person in this room, we're all U.S. citizens, right, who come from a diverse background, who at the end of the day want to live the American dream. That's the ability to sit in this room and have the ability to eat food and have fellowship together. My wife and I are Rotarians, and like you see the four-way test, essentially that says, what does it mean to be a good person and build your community together? Because if and when we take our community, come together and have fellowship, we learn about the trials and tributes. That's how we find out about issues in a school. That's how we find out if someone's property tax is too high or too low. Or when we find out that, hey, some guy in Washington, D.C. is supposed to represent us is voting for a bill that doesn't actually benefit our area of North Carolina. It's events like this. And if you look around the room, my generation doesn't attend events like this. And that's a failure point. Because my generation, like everyone else, should and will be living the American dream. But someone has to stand up and walk forward and say, we have to lead by example. It is our turn, the next greatest generation of Americans to ever live. I say that by being a combat veteran of nowhere near the greatest war that my grandfather was in, but I fought 2 wars. And it's time to use what we've learned to make our country benefit and prosper. In the elections in Afghanistan, we supported combat operations so that there could be a presidential election. I mean, if you sit down and think about it, we as America allowed another country to have a proper election where there's ballots, where every vote counted, where they provided a form of identification and said, yep, this is you, you're from this country, you can vote here, and we made it safe. And then we come back and we watch that almost be impossible to happen in our own country, so we need to lead by example. We have a gross, 4th largest veteran population in our area in the country, who has all seen that happen and need to stand up and step forward and vote. You know, if you look at voter turnout rates and how low it is, and then we wonder why we get the same repeat effect over and over again, the same person representing us over and over again. So we need to continue to encourage others to live the American dream. And so I bring that to you, ladies and gentlemen, if elected on May 17th. I bring you the one promise I can assure you, is I love being an American. I love everything there is to be, is there be to an American. I love talking about being an American. I love wearing things that make me look patriotic. And I love to share my experiences only because people before me did that for me when I was young, am I able to stand here now. And I want to be able to pass that on to my children and their children. So that's why I ask you for your support. If you'd like to know any more, then you can talk to me afterward. Again, my name is George J. Papastrat, and I appreciate your time this evening. Thank you very much. That's my beautiful wife that's videotaping me, that supports me, drives me everywhere, and my children, Asia and Elaine. They also speak my children 2 languages because they go to a public school that's an international baccalaureate school, I think I said that right, in Jacksonville, where they have both Spanish and English languages. So there still is awesome stuff to have happen in America, and we support it. So anyway, thanks.